Hi guys, Mr. Gillen here, and we're going to look at the next part in arcs and sectors, which is the area of a sector. And when we refer to a sector, what we're talking about is part of a circle. So on our diagram here, we can see this shaded yellow area, which has got centre of the circle, and there are two radius that go out to the circumference, and that shaded area we would call a sector. Obviously, the white area as well is also a sector. It's also part of the area of the circle. So we'll get the minor and we'll get the major. Much the same as the arc length, a minor and a major. We should hopefully remember that the area of a circle, the formula to find that is pi r squared. And if we want to find the area of a sector, then we use this formula here, which is area of a sector is equal to the angle over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. You'll notice it's very similar to the formula for arc length. The big difference, however, is with the area of the sector, we use r squared because it's area, and we're looking at area of a circle, whereas with arc length we used pi d. So that's the big difference here. Okay, let's have a look at a couple of examples then. So we have got calculate the shaded area of the circle. So what we're looking to do here is we're looking to find out ultimately how much space does this quite poorly coloured in portion of the circle take up. So just the same as with working out my arc length, the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to write myself a list of what I've got. And I'll always tend to do this with these questions, purely because visually it lets me look at what I've got, and if I need to take anything out, then it's all nice and neat for me. Sometimes, especially when diagrams get very busy, it can be harder to take out information, or you might get confused. So I would always recommend going to the side and writing out a list of things that you need. So a radius is 9 centimetres. Our angle for our sector is 60 degrees. And as always, pi is equal to 3.14. Much the same process as with the arc length. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the formula. Now, what I'll always tend to do is, instead of writing area of sector, I'll just write AOS, because we know what that stands for. Then I've got my angle over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. And make sure when you're writing this, you take the time to double check you've got the right part on the end. It's area. So what I always like to say to myself is, if it's the area of a sector, sectors are part of the area of a circle. So I'm going to be using the formula for the area of a circle, pi r squared. Once I've got my formula written down, then I can go ahead and I can substitute in my values. And don't forget to put in the squared sign. If you want, sometimes you can, instead of writing 9 squared, if you know what 9 squared is, which hopefully you do, is 81, you can write 3.14 multiplied by 81. At that point, once I have substituted, I'm going to go to my calculator, I'm going to type it in, make sure that I'm taking my time with it, and the answer I'll get will be 42.39. Remember, it is an area, so we need a unit. In this case, it's centimetres that I'm given the dimensions in, so the area will be centimetres squared. Okay, let's have a look at number 2 then. Again, we're asked to calculate the shaded area. So this time the shaded area is this purple area, which again, I have shown my prolific colouring in skills. When I'm going to write my list, however, there's something that immediately becomes very noticeable to me. If it's this area that I'm trying to find, this purple area, I don't have an angle in here. So the first thing that I'm going to do before I start doing anything with equations or substituting, I need to work out what the angle is. And we quite simply say, well, there's 360 degrees in a full turn. The white portion has taken up 135 degrees. So before I do anything else, I need to do a quick calculation to work out what that missing angle is. So over here, our angle that we're going to use to work out this calculation is going to be 225 degrees. So keep that in mind, because sometimes you will be faced with questions that throw that in just to make sure you're paying attention to what's going on with it. Now that I've got that, I can quite easily start working away at my list. I know what my angle is now. It's 225. And pi, as always, 3.14. If you want, we didn't do it in the last example, but you're more than happy or more than allowed to even write down and take a note of what r squared is. So if that's something that you think will help you out, then definitely include it in your working. Once we've got a list, area of sector equals angle over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. Substitute everything in. I'll get 225 over 360 multiplied by 3.14 times. I'm going to use the 225 because I've worked out what that is, what 15 squared is. So I'm going to put that in there. And then it's just a case of going to my calculator and typing in the values that I've got. And for the area of this sector, we've got 441.5625 centimetres squared. I've not rounded that answer because it's given me an exact decimal, it's not a recurring decimal. The question also doesn't mention anything about significant figures. But if it was to say to 2 significant figures, then all we would have to do is take our answer, 441.5625. Well, there's my most significant figure. There's my second most significant figure. The 1 is beside it. That's going to make it stay the same. So to 2 significant figures, my area would be 440 centimetres squared. And that's what's involved with the area of a sector. Obviously, this last part, the 2 significant figures, I've just added that in because sometimes it might be involved in the question. This isn't something that will always happen, so don't panic about that. If you want to catch up on significant figures, then we have the YouTube video for it. Just visit the channel and you'll be able to refresh your memory on that. Okay team, that's all from me just now. As always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in contact with us. This is Mr. Gillen signing off. Speak to you all soon.